the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first pay-per-view of Hardcore Nerdcore Wrestling, March Sadness. I'm, of course, joined by my usual commentary team up top, up this way, because that's how it looks like in the feed. Ernie!
What up?
And also joining me is AJ. I pointed in the right direction.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, so this is it. This is March Sadness. Every title is up for grabs tonight. And let's just go over the card real quick while I stall for time and set everything up, because I'm also the tech guy. Hi, everybody. I'm also the tech guy. I do a lot of things. So, first match up is the undercard match. The undercard belt. Waluigi versus Jean-Week.
Big match. The fans have been wanting it. They've been clamoring for it. Jean-Week's been wanting it. Waluigi's been wanting it. We're about to, again, just see the Sentinels of ultraviolence and hardcore nerdcore wrestling finally square up to answer the question: who is the just baddest motherfucker in this show?
All right.
The fork always wins on that one.
Yeah, I think the fork wins and Yubi loses.
Aww.
Thankfully, they're doing they're recording their drag race podcast right now, so hopefully, they won't see themselves get forked all the time in this one.
We'll have HR send the check.
We'll send a fork, yeah. And after that, the tag team championship match with Midnights, aka Midnight Love and Nights, versus the RPG Pals Club band of Oi and Davinia, aka the Battle of the Bands, aka the Fireworks Factory that we'll never get to.
Aww.
Yeah. Our last recording session was recording 2 micro RPGs, which were fun and easy to edit, but they're also not the Battle of the Bands.
Soon.
Yeah, soon. All right, any predictions for that one?
You know, Oi and Nivanya have both showed, again, they work really well together. They've been on a big hot streak right now. And especially after going through just a 4-0 sweep against the B12 Elves. But that shouldn't discount out Midnight Love or Knight's own abilities. That being said, I think I'm gonna give this one to the RPG band.
All right.
Oi, 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 oi.
All right, RPG Pals Club band it is. All right, and we're just gonna do. All right. Up also next to the card. I need to remember which one is open. Thank God. For the 3000 Brigade Championship, our champion Peach versus Red Link. Can Red Link pull out a win like he always does every year at the 3KB show? Thoughts, gentlemen?
Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one to say. I mean, again, Red Link obviously coming in here, the babyest of baby faces, has the added advantage of always winning at the end of a 3KB show. But Peach is a highly motivated Peach right now. She's feeling very disrespected. After having to deal with this grudge and rivalry with Toadette, and then having to deal with Turd Ferguson, stealing her entire moveset and stuff. I think Peach is just gonna be way too hungry for 3KB to show her some respect for once. I'm inclined to think she's retaining.
All right, sounds like a plan. AJ.
Red Link.
So here's the thing, I couldn't find that exact fanfare. Granted, I didn't give a lot of myself time to look, so that's not going to be his theme, but it could be that fanfare when I find it. I'll probably just have to rip it out of a show on YouTube, and then and then it'll lead into what the actual theme song is. That's a surprise because I think Ernie, I know you did a lot of legwork on this. I didn't like AJ Chip chimed in a little bit, but I know you did a lot of legwork on this. I think some of the choices we feel are going to be pretty inspired.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The Peach choice was really hard to find.
No, yeah, it's a good song. WAP was also going to be one I was thinking of.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing with WAP. I mentioned this to the people, to some of the people in the back. It would only be perfect, and I'm still shocked nobody has yet to make a parody song entitled "Wet Ass Peachy."
Okay. All right, and probably what I hope is the centerpiece of Hardcore Nerdcore Wrestling, the Illuminachos Trios Championship between the Lizard People, Koyos, Tactical Raptor, and Yoshi, versus the future Femme Fatales, Isabella, Katana, and Bayonetta.
What a match. So predictions with that one. You know, you've definitely got two teams coming in here with two very different strategies. You know, you've got the Lizard People coming in. They're very strength heavy, you know, very like offensive kind of team. But they're also going up against, to be fair, another very offensive team, but one that's more technically focused and stuff. You know, now on the one hand, you know, a lot of the members in Future Femme Fatales have had a great showing. You know, Bayonetta especially. But with that in mind, I don't know. I'm leaning more towards the Lizard People retaining because just looking at because I think it all comes down to really the caliber of opponents both teams have went up against. Because we're talking the Lizard People went up against the Conspiracy Series, sure, but they specifically went up against Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the number one contenders in our upcoming Hardcore Nerdcore heavyweight belt, and you know, but then compare that to who the Future Femme Fatales have faced. Well, I'll be honest, they went up against someone whose neck is more fragile than Ron DeSantis' ego.
Yeah, we had to redo that match because for some reason Zarya glitched out. Will we see another glitch tonight? Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? No, the ladies got this. The ladies, you know. It's ladies' night.
Yeah, and I'm feeling right. Yeah. All right, and our final match of the night, the biggest match rather, the big dance, a triple threat for the Hardcore Nerdcore Championship title. Thrash Panda, our champion, versus Would You Rather Bot in first rematch, and Sonic, who actually won a spot in this by defeating Would You Rather Bot back in week 2 or episode 1, however we label these. Shit, I just remembered I gotta make episode 3 public on YouTube. Keep talking, guys.
All right. So I talked about this a little bit last week, but this is gonna be. But here's how I'm seeing this going down. Would You Rather Bot has a big target on his back right now. He's definitely the underdog. He's lost matches to both Thrash Panda and Sonic the Hedgehog, especially with regards to Sonic being able to exploit some key weaknesses in Would You Rather Bot. Now, what I would suggest for Would You Rather Bot, his best bet would be to take a more defensive strategy, be it maybe upping his armor in place of his movement and focus on a ground game. Or perhaps focus on being a little more lighter and leaner. Try and beat Sonic at his own game. Again, during his match with Sonic, you saw like he had his best successes is by making Sonic whip, by using his lateral movements, which has been a big key weakness to Sonic. But again, it all just comes down to which Would You Rather Bot we're going to be seeing tonight.
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog, he's definitely coming in with a lot of momentum, but he can't lose focus, because if he loses focus, if he gets overconfident, that's gonna spell for either Would You Rather Bot being able to capitalize, or even Thrash Panda capitalizing. And with Thrash Panda, again, it depends on which Would You Rather Bot's gonna be coming in. If it's the quick Would You Rather Bot, I would say pick your moments, pick your shots. While he's occupied with Sonic, capitalize on that. Or if you're dealing with a highly defensive Would You Rather Bot, then again, just keep him turtled up. But with all that in mind, I do think Thrash Panda is going to retain. because again, I've said before, he has a very explosive offense. We've seen it on display, but also I feel like he has a very underrated durability to him, and I think that's more than enough to be able to withstand whatever Sonic can throw at him and whatever Would You Rather Bot can throw at him too.
I hope anybody other than Thrash Panda wins, because I find it mildly embarrassing that technically my persona is, or rather like a mascot character of the Rhythm Bastard brand is in the current champion, and I don't want no favoritism. So we are going to see just a clean, pure fight, as clean and pure as I can make it.
AJ, your thoughts?
Would you rather bot? Is my money's on him.
All right. All right. So I think
I got 5,000 on him.
Okay. All right. And I think with that, we are ready to start the first match of the night. The Undercard Championship. Waluigi versus Jean-Wick. I'm going to lower that just a little bit.
Look, just Jean-Wick entering the hardcore Nerdcore wrestling arena. Just all business, ready to go, ready to rip, ready to tear, ready to fuck some shit up.
Jean-Wick is in full Jean-Wick mode. All right, can anybody hear good over the mic? How's my sound looking?
You sound good on my end. But
Okay, cool.
Not listening through the stream.
All right, cool. Cool. Oh, and they both have their theme songs out.
And they go. Oh, tying up. And Waluigi putting in the quick work. Just bashing the head of Jean-Wick into the turnbuckle. And just crossing up, slapping up.
All right,
Ooh,
so
big shot.
we have not seen anybody bust out the fork yet.
Very methodical right now, trying to size each other up.
It's been a lot of like whips into the turnbuckles. Not a lot of action here, just a lot of Irish whips. Oh, and we have a sickle out.
Jean-Wick opening things up like he's opening up Waluigi's skull. He pulls out the Wolverine claws, ooh, right into the sternum.
Oh, that's going to take a lot to recover from that. I think Waluigi just pulled out pocket sand.
I mean, again, Waluigi known for his wily ways.
But a scoop slam, we got his first oh no, and a couple solid lifts into slams from Jean-Wick.
Ooh, a prone Waluigi. They're exchanging blows. Jean-Wick not giving up. Stomping a mud hole into Jean-Wick right now.
Oh,
ooh,
God.
Big DDT. Just
give up? Wow, I didn't have the sound on for the longest time, and that's what the female voice sounds like? Really? Give up?
Well then.
Yeah.
Another sling blade drop toe hold from Waluigi.
Yeah.
Again, you always got to be careful when Waluigi gets you into the headlock, because he can either get into that, bash you in the face, and there's the fork!
We finally have the fork. It's always beautiful.
Again, Jean-Wick taking it to Waluigi right now. He is come up to show he isn't messing around. Drops Waluigi on his head again. Goes for the pin.
Oh, that was a close one.
Near fall. You know, this has to be a big test for Waluigi right now, because this is the first time he's ever went up against someone who is very much his equal, and in comes another sickle.
Oh, boy.
Oh, so poke in the eye. Kick to the dick. Ifs the clothesline. another sling blade drop toe hold. John Wick, he gets the rope break. Knee to the gut. Waluigi goes up. And a Kuda, wah!
Oh, man. It's so weird hearing these yells.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, like for the first time, it sounds
and
pretty.
Fork.
Listen, John Wick, it's the undercard belt, but you're going to be defending that undercard belt every time, every week. So you got to be on your game. You got to whip the fork out. It's going to be like John Wick is hungry. That's why he's got the fork out.
Ooh. Did Waluigi just counter into a loss in the wands?
Yeah.
Oh, but John Wick's not having it. Oh, rake to the eyes.
What the? Like just hearing these for the first time, and another close one for John Wick.
Waluigi now more than ever is tested. Now he has his own fork.
Waluigi has a fork of its own. I love that movie.
Into a suplex. John Wick picks him back up. Goes to the ropes. Big swinging arm. Now, Irish.
Oh, wait, did he just do a shoulder tap? Like a fork?
I think. Oh, only a 2 fall.
Quick wow, DDT. Only a 2 fall.
Again, and John Wick was taking the offense, early on.
That was a nice boot to the face. But John Wick's not phased.
And now they're squaring up, sizing each other up. Oh, and another boot to the face. But clothesline responding by John Wick. Again. Waluigi hitting the sexy pose.
Listen, if anything, we know that Waluigi is plenty sexy from all this.
Oh, and a big diving headbutt from John Wick.
Nope. I think that might have been the end of Waluigi, but we had the rope break there.
And a third fork. But John Wick misses the fire. And another Kuda, wah!
Oh, John.
Flip into the other turnbuckle. Another big boot.
Waluigi likes using his legs.
That he does.
He's got long, beautiful legs.
Yes, those long. Oh, and Waluigi got caught with the fire. Is this going to be it for him? Elbow to the spine. John Wick goes back for another diving headbutt. Cover.
1,
2.
Oh, and that's only a all right, only a 2 count. This is going to be a pretty good match.
And Waluigi with another fork. So far, folks, if you're keeping track at home, that is a count of 5 forkings this match.
5 forkings. How many forks per forking?
And a third Kuda, wah! But he's going back again. No, he's opting.
No, I was thinking better of it.
But John Wick hits him with the suplex.
Ooh.
Tries to go for the big boot. But John Wick punches Waluigi in the throat.
Oh!
And a loss in the wads. Is that going to be enough? He goes.
He slides into home. And Waluigi retains.
Just Waluigi once again showing just the sheer dominance he has with this belt.
All right, and that was a hell of a match. I'm really glad that turned out the way it did.
I mean, it makes, it was a wonderful match, but John Wick did give Waluigi one of his hardest tests, because he was taking the offense early on, and Waluigi was forced to catch up. But it just goes to show you that it's gonna just take a little more than just trying to spam weapons to take on Waluigi, especially when he's so familiar with this turf as well.
Oh, of course.
But something tells me this isn't going to be the last we see of these two.
No, there's plenty of possibilities out there.
No, maybe we will see. So AJ, how did you enjoy that match?
Exactly what I expected. Lots
Yeah.
of pork.
Yeah, we got plenty of forks.
Plenty of pork.
Like that match had so many forks that it's where the Twilight movies took place.
I understand that, Riff?
Because it's Forks, Washington.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and now I'm setting up the copy for the next match, which is Midnight's, the team of Midnight Love and Knights, yes, versus the RPG Pals Club Band, which is Oi and Navinia. Now,
Oi.
yeah, that's his individual theme. I think I just had the podcast intro with these guys. So, or RPG Pals Club Band. Yeah, I think I just had the theme with the podcast theme. And what episode y'all up to now, Ernie?
Actually, I'm still on episode 18. I haven't had a chance to catch up on any of the new stuff just yet.
Okay.
I've just been busy because this weekend is gonna be a holiday for me.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Passover, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my holiday too.
Nice.
Oh shit, for real? I didn't know that. Cool.
You never heard of a Korean Jew? Jesus Christ.
I mean, Grant. I mean, to be fair, I can't be one to say I'm a Latino Jew. So.
All right, hold on. Let me just move my Discord view so that, okay. Nope. All right. So it looks like a couple people are covered up. So I'm just going to rearrange things now. And there we go. Now we have a way better scene. There we are. All right. And we are going to start that in just a minute. Let me just make sure that the settings are in line right here. Next. Unlimited, overtime off, elimination off, on. All right, entrance style. We'll do Miss Teams. All right, and yes, that does look square. So I think that we are ready for our next match, the Tag Team Championships. Make their way to the ring now, Oi and Navinia. Both are really hungry for the win and to actually play the Battle of the Bands in the proper RPG Pals Club campaign.
Also, the theme song's kind of a vibe, not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah, no. Man, it's almost like it would be a smart idea to, hire me for composition work.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, this is the theme from Nights. This is Cruising Through. I think this is the one you suggested.
Yeah, I suggested it because listening through it, I said that this has the perfect doing cocaine in an 80s nightclub energy.
All right, and they're off.
It's weird that you said that because that's what I was thinking. I was like, I really like this song. And
Oh yeah,
I
need to play Nights. Oi and Knights are in the ring. Got a lot of purple there. Oh, nope. All right. Oi tries to go for the early pin, but kicks out.
And Knight's whiffing, but elbow to the back of Oi. Drop toe hold. And into a suplex from Oi. Big swing. Now Midnight Love's coming in.
Midnight
Belly to belly.
Yeah, but Midnight Love's the big. Listen, Midnight Love's the big boy of the group, but Oi doesn't go down so easy. Unless, you're in a park and he's doing martial arts in the park and you get captured. Oi tags out for Navinia.
Navinia pulls him up. Big swing. Navinia tying up. Another big swing. But Midnight Love just tanking these blows like they're nothing. Of course, Midnight Love used to take taking blows on an average night.
Yeah. So Midnight Love's proper entrance theme is Erotica by Madonna. And if any of you have seen me try to speedrun Metronomicon these past few weeks, how bullshit DMCA is, I have to like yell sing over Fighting with the Melody, a Jimmy Urine song that probably nobody really gives a shit about. But it's got DMCA'd and muted audio, so I have to make myself an idiot over that. All right, now we have Oi and Knights back in the ring.
Sliced bread from Knights.
That's what that move is, sliced bread, huh?
Yeah, I think that's what Brian Kendrick calls it.
And our first Peach special of the night.
Get comfy, folks, because now it's just gonna just open the floodgates. Speaking of floodgates, Midnight Love tagged back in, and a big splash on Oi.
Listen, you know, Midnight Love is used to those big splashes, those big wet splashes.
Just the biggest and the wettest.
Oh, and it's like, and real sloppy too.
Now, Oi and Navanya are double teaming Midnight Love, but they gotta be careful because Midnight Love also used to being double teamed.
Right.
Again, and now Midnight Love goes in for the suplex on Navanya. Elbow to the spine, tags Knights back in. Knight.
I don't know what Knights is calling for, but
Poison Rana.
Navinga needs to go back to the other corner. Oh nope, just going in for one last hit.
But Knights.
But that is God. They are a long way away from Oi, so if they get in trouble, they need to really be sure they know what they're doing.
Knights probably some miscommunication, but completely it's the ability, and Oi gets Midnight Love into another Peach special, but Oi gets out of it. Oi trips Midnight Love. Crude but effective strategy.
Yeah, and he's working the legs.
Midnight Love.
Listen, Midnight Love uses those rapping legs.
Mm-hmm. And Oi gets suplex outside of the ring. Drop kick from Knights. Navanya's back up.
We could see ourselves in a double countout situation, and the title not going anywhere.
Oh.
Somebody better go in. Oh, that was a close one.
That was a close one. Knights, what the hell was that?
You know, a lot of weird bullshit happens in this game, and that is one. Oh my God! Navinga with the save.
I'm still just wondering what the hell just happened.
Ooh! Counters a suplex into a DDT.
Into the Night Arrow, but only a near fall. Navanya working the arm of Midnight Love.
Oh, another close call. Always going to need to get...
Navanya got Midnight Love down to a Peach special. Always squaring up with Knights.
Knights playing the very counter-heavy round.
And Navanya just booting in Midnight's, but a big kick to the face. 1, 2. Boy, was able to break it up.
You know, Navinga, despite only being a sorcerer bard, she is doing a lot of the work here.
They're tying up. Navanya gets rolled and was able to break up the count.
Yeah, you wouldn't assume Oi was the monk by the way how he's doing, but Knights is just that tricky.
Midnight Love's calling for it. The Navanya counters, but now Midnight Love counters. Tying up. Ooh, into. Shit, I gotta figure out a good Midnight Love like rock bottom joke here somewhere.
No, Midnight Love, a power bottom.
There we go. And Knights, what the fuck is that? I need to figure out what the hell to call that one.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can just go into like the Create a Wrestler and look at what that move actually is.
Yeah, but it's more fun if we come up with our own.
Oh!
big clothesline from Oi. Goes for the ropes.
And a diving kick. Oi and Midnight Love are the legal men.
Mounts Midnight Love on the turnbuckle.
Oh!
A top rope. Oh, power bomb. Knight's able to get at Oi.
Unfortunately, Oi's not able to capitalize on it because Knights is right there, but he's starting to build up momentum. And Midnight Love is a pretty hefty boy.
Very hefty boy. Tied up. And Anya tapped.
Nivanya tapped. Wow, what move did they tap to? I guess it's back roll neck lock.
AKA the reverse Peach special.
Yeah. All right, and that was the tag team championship. Midnight Love and Knights retain.
I still want to know what the fuck it was that Knights just busted out.
Yeah, Knights was doing a lot of crazy shit.
That was some I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, I think it was defying space and time. I'm not very familiar with Knights. I've never played Knights. I feel like we might need Knights on a future show. No, actually, we really don't need Knights because just looking at Knights makes me slightly uncomfortable.
I just wow. I mean, like 1 minute Knights is just grappling on the floor, and the next we're looking at just Knights going up like a fucking rocket.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty insane, actually. I'm going to look up. So let me just set up the next title match. Okay, now is the part where we go for the title matches that take place in dangerous shit.
I like dangerous shit.
Like the landmine death match. Right? Actually,
you gotta have landmines.
Yeah, listen, all landmines all the time. All right, and up next is Peach versus Red Link. I think, you know what? I know we've all been rooting for Red Link. Red Link has been really putting in the work in training, but I think Peach might take this one home. Because we've seen a lot of retentions tonight.
It's been a lot of retentions. And Peach very, very hungry for some respect. Being the champion of 3KB, yet not feeling like 3KB is showing her enough respect. So she might be coming in here hungry and angry. But the thing is, when you're coming in emotional, Red Link could be able to capitalize on that.
Oh yeah, of course.
So we'll just have to see.
All right. AJ, your thoughts?
Still got my money on Red Link.
Yeah?
Still got it.
Still got money on Red Link? Yeah, okay, cool.
Still got it.
All right. I'm going to briefly visit the editor because it seems like I don't know what the fuck Knights was doing, and maybe we can look. Okay, so it looks like moveset, right? So we're... Oh, God. Okay, Okay, that was called the Eiffel de Parachute. That was the name of that move.
We'll come up with a more Knights.
We'll come up with a more Knightsier name, yeah. or at least one that is way more fun to say. All right, and we are going back to the exhibition. Landmine death match. All right, and hold on, I got to make sure that the title is on the line. So much stuff there. All right, now we are ready to go. Okay, there it is. And we have Peach versus Red Link. I don't know why there were no intros there. But oh well.
They just wanted to go at it.
Yeah, they wanted to go at it that much. I think usually we were to start the shows with warning. The character, I don't know. I can't do what's his name's Jason's Luigi voice. It's way too high a register, even though Luigi's voice is technically a little bit lower. Oh, and we got our first landmine, second landmine, third landmine. Those first two going to Peach. Red Link is using that ring awareness to his advantage.
Yeah, but again, you can just see the aggression and down to the Peach special. Again, Red Link eyeing Peach up, trying to beat Peach at her own ground game.
Nope.
No, but not enough.
I don't remember how Peach won the championship against Turd Ferguson, but I do believe with those powerful legs of hers, she can do some pretty awesome submission holds.
Yeah. Oh no, she won by dropping one single Peach special after Turd Ferguson just kept spamming Peach specials onto her.
You know what? It's not the Peach special that matters. It's this Peach special that counts.
Oh, speaking of the Peach special, is that gonna be a mistake from Red Link? And he gets tossed into another landmine, but he counters into another Peach special. You know, you gotta be careful when busting out the Peach special on Peach. It's pretty much poking the hornet's nest at this point. Into a suplex. Oh, ties up and works the leg of Peach.
No, and Red Link's smart enough to resist the whip. Red Link's been studying.
And again, Peach, each act gets him into a Peach special, but Red Link able to kick out. Counters the suplex, but another reversal. Rolls him up. Only a 1 count. That big elbow to the back of the head. Again, ties her up.
Listen, we might be hearing the Red Link fanfare after this.
We might. Goes for the cover. Nope, Peach able to break out. Or Red Link's able to break out. Shit.
Yeah, listen, you can't count Red Link out this early. A little early rope break.
Working the arm
nope.
of Peach
nope.
now.
Yeah, that was behind the thing. That was behind the landmine. So no. Red Link is still spry.
Still spry. He wants it.
Hit me with that theme song. Unfortunately, you came just a hair too late for the theme song.
Rip.
Yeah. Ooh. But Red Link versus Peach, and Red Link has a lot of the early momentum. It's got a lot of early submissions, but I think we saw this happen with Turd Ferguson. Turd Ferguson, tried so many Peach specials, but none of them really hit. And, Peach had the Peach special that was the peachiest.
Yeah, but you got to give Red Link credit. He's able to last through Peach's own Peach specials, And also, just remember, we kind of saw this during Jean-Louis versus Waluigi. Just because you have the early momentum beforehand doesn't mean you're guaranteed the win. But Red Link able to break out. Into another landmine.
Ooh, and a fall-away slam.
Suplex.
Nope, that was a close one. A 2 count.
Ties her up, but able to break out. Arm drag into another Peach special.
This might be the Peach special that does it.
No.
Listen,
Red Link able to break out.
We call it the Peach special because Peach is the most dangerous at the Peach special.
That and because she dropped it all the fucking time when we saw her first match.
Yeah.
Elbow not enough to keep Red Link down. Drop toe hold. Elbow to the back of the head. A second elbow to the back of the head. Peach able to counter and then tie up the leg. Goes after the leg again.
Win a nice suplex from Red Link. Middle of the ring, leg bar. Peach making no attempt to escape, but because I think that's just she knows. I'm waiting for my Peach special.
Into just version 2 of the Peach special. Pick a fall-away slam. Or scoop slam, rather.
Ooh, you know, I think we have, like, for as much as the fact that we have have the landmine match, not a lot of landmines happened.
No, not at all.
And even then, you know, you'd figure being launched into a barbed wire landmine would be a bit more, but ooh!
I don't know if you guys see this, but, you know, Redling is so good, he's able to chat with us in the Twitch while fighting.
Yeah, we do have Red Link in chat. I was briefly considering how to handle it in kayfabe, but that was a close one.
Well, it's honestly impressive, but Red Link needs to be careful with chatting with us. He can't get distracted right now. Again, we saw how dangerous Peach can be, especially in the Turf Ferguson match. In these barbed wire landmines, too.
I don't know what Peach is going for, but it's not pretty. Oh, no, Red Link says it's called multitasking. Navi works with voice control. Middle of the ring, another submission. We are like, this might as well be an MMA match. An MMA match with landmines, which, aka, you know, like MMA being watchable.
Yeah. Oh, Link goes for it.
Ooh, a close one.
Fall.
That was close.
Pick up slam. Red Link's calling for it.
And a reversal from Peach.
Into a German.
Another suplex.
Where's she getting all this energy from?
Peach is taking. Well, you know, Peach knows the importance of having a second wing in long, strenuous affairs.
Go, choke him out.
Peach is taking Red Link to Suplex City.
Again, but Red Link reverses, ties Peach up again. But Peach is not having it. Now Peach oops Red Link up.
And then into another chokehold. I think Peach is used to being choked during, you know, so she's used to having the stamina while being choked.
What's interesting is now we've got this standing headlock that Link's been trying to butt us out. Do we maybe have a Link special now?
That's true.
Oh, and a big twist. Covers.
Ooh.
Only a 2 count.
Peach is getting her second win back.
Just tosses Red Link. Goes for it up, but Red Link counters into an armbar. And Peach taps!
Peach taps Red Link!
That's Red Link! Red Link takes it away.
Wow.
We have a new 3000 Brigade champion, Red Link.
Again, just like I was saying before, or Peach got too emotional. Peach tried to go in for the hard ground, pound and pound, but Red Link was able to capitalize, countered into an arm lock with nowhere to go. Peach had no choice but to tap.
Yeah. And a new champion crowned. You know what? I that's why that you guys were smart with being on Team Red Link. I was being superstitious.
Red Link, always Team Red Link.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got an exclusive too.
Exclusive. We have an exclusive.
Someone might be joining us in a little bit to say a few words.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and as we speak about that, woo!
Uh-oh, hold on. Let me... Oh, God, I got to rearrange my whole thing here. Okay, hold on.
Rearrange it. We got somebody to say a few words for us. The new champion.
Hold on. We have to introduce...
Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, so hold on. We have to... No, we have to do a proper introduction. So...
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Red Link.
Red Link.
That didn't work as well because we're on Discord. But Red Link, Yes, we have an exclusive interview with Red Link. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. That was she's a fighter.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, listen. Go ahead. Ernie, ask your questions.
So Red Link, please run it by us just what was going on in your head during that last sequence where you're able to counter Peach's ground and pound into the arm lock that got you the win.
I was thinking if I don't end this now, I'm gonna hit Suplex City again, and I visited that. I would not recommend it. No, not going back to that. I had to stop that match fast.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. How you've known Peach obviously quite a long time. Were you expecting just that avalanche of suplexes?
No. I've heard stories, but I mean, we've been friends. We've never dated, but I've heard from some of the people she's dated, she can tend to be a little aggressive at times. And I'm guessing I got the bad end of that today, because boy, did she want that belt.
Yeah, you know what? It's March Sadness. It's the big one. Every title has been on the line, so you got to retain it because you never know when your next offense is going to be. So you got to keep it when you can.
Yeah, I gotta go hit that gym, get back to training, and maybe put adventuring on the side for the moment.
Right, of course. You know, with the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, not a lot of places are open for adventuring right now.
Yeah, a lot of travel restrictions. So I mean that makes the gym that much more accessible.
Right, of course. Now, you might be able to give us some insight into our next championship match for the Illuminachos Trios. It's the Trios belt. I don't remember why we called it Illuminachos, but we have our champions, the Lizard People, the team of Koyos from RPG Pals Club, Yoshi from the 3000 Brigade, and Tactical Raptor from Dino Hunter MD versus the future Femme Fatales of Isabel, Bayonetta, and Kitana.
Wow.
Any thoughts on that?
That sounds a lot like this manga I read this one time. But
Okay.
But yeah, let's just say that one didn't quite end. I think this match is gonna end. I've fought a lot of Lizard People in my day. I've also fought Bayonetta and Isabel before, and
Of course.
I wouldn't want to do that again.
Oh no, of course not.
I fear for the lives of the Lizard folk.
Yeah, okay. Listen, you know what? These are very strong competitors, and also to make sure to round out that there were also filled a lot of gaps because there were some people who technically didn't have a character in the thing yet. Anyway, that's not beside the point. That's way beside the point. And you know what? We're glad to have you with us. We'd love to have you on commentary while we have the Illuminachos Trios Championship happen.
Well, I'm going to have to be going back in. I think I got to start getting ready to train to defend this belt. So.
Oh, of course.
I'll have to catch you guys at a different time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you very much. Our new champion, Red Link. Wow.
Thank you guys, and thank you to the fans.
Before you go, Red Link, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see go up against your belt first?
I mean, preferably nobody. I'd like to have it for a little while.
Okay, fair enough.
But I guess if I have to give it to anybody, I do owe Mario a favor.
That's true. Okay. All right, fair enough. The boys in red. Okay, that's going to be a pretty good one. I'm excited to see. Mario, also a very long-standing member of the 3000 Brigade.
Yep, partner in crime.
Yeah, oh, that's going to be a fun one.
All right.
All right, thanks again for joining us.
Hopping in and talking with us here. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
You have a good night.
Okay, I am like totally blanking out on who was in what. And I had this is the downside of being the tech guy and being the commentator, because sometimes you also have to talk at the same time. And even things as simple as like just clicking on buttons can feel pretty strenuous.
It's fine. When in doubt, just put 6 Koyos at once.
Yeah, I mean, we Koyos' level, also Yoshi. Well, 6 Yoshis is called an orgy. All right, actually, and I am realizing that the Bayonetta has more than one look, so I'm going to pick some different looks for Bayonetta. They're all changing because, you know, they want to make sure that normal match. No, I do not want a normal match. I want the explodey match. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. I guess it was the explodey match. All right. So let me just see what we got here. And we are ready to go for our next match, the Illuminatos Trios Championship.
Again, just what?
Hold on. Okay.
I think we have an issue here.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just Oh
All
god.
right.
All right. I'm gonna quit match. Also non-title match. Illuminatos Trio. Match settings updated. You're gonna return to menu. Landmine death match. There we go. And it is going to be for the Illuminatos Trio. Hopefully this one works. It won't spaz out. Okay.
Right. Bayonetta and Yoshi tying up.
And this is, of course, elimination rules because we are a little bit ahead on time and we need to waste it.
Come on.
Again, Bayonetta about it, busting out her long hair, don't care look. Ooh, and into the landmine she goes.
Oh man, we've got some action outside of the arena.
And the lizard people just isolating Bayonetta on the outside of the ring as much as possible. Baya able to get back in. She goes for the pin.
And a 2-count already. Those landmines really hurt. It didn't affect Red Link as much in the 3000 Brigade Championship, and we could see like Peach was able to keep on fighting for a very long time after being thrown in so many of those. But we got him. You know, you got to be careful.
It just shows you the testament of just how tough these competitors are. Again, tagging and Tactical Raptor.
But Katana able to fight them off. Speaking of which, there is apparently a pretty big Mortal Kombat championship going on now that Sonic Fox is participating in, and I have that on one of the other windows.
Nice. Oh, Isabel getting tied up into a Peach special.
And we have Tactical Raptor, who kind of looks like one of the bad guys from like Star Fox 64. I think I might have screwed up the design a little bit.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Isabel out in the special.
It looks like the dog eyes are animated. This game is way better than I thought. Better than, let's say, any other, sprite-based video game out there.
Yeah.
Sprite-based wrestling game.
Also, Isabel was able to get out of the Peach special, and now squaring up with Koyos. And getting the better of the exchange. And goes after the shoulder of Tactical Raptor. Yeah. And Koyos goes into the landmines. But suplexes Isabel.
Ooh.
Isabel tosses Koyos again into the landmines. Taz Katana in. But gets a bag full of landmines for that. No. Ooh.
Listen,
Again.
Koyos being a lizard folk is not used to being pounded by a human being.
Right, but remember, Katana has had experience of handling people of reptilian origins.
Yeah, such as Scorpion and Reptile. And that's it. Those are the only two.
And tags Isabel back in. Isabel donning some gear, paying homage to longtime trainer and even longer time best friend, Guy.
Of course. That was only like 5 days ago, wasn't it? The first anniversary.
Yeah. And now going after the shoulder Tactical Raptor again. Really just trying to cut off Tactical Raptor's upper body offense.
You know, Isabel is the secret powerhouse of this match because she's putting in a lot of time and getting a lot of work done.
Ooh, and hits Tactical Raptor with the Elizabeth Berkley.
The Elizabeth Berkley clitorical assault memorial match.
Oh god. The clitoral devastation match. Anyway, so Bayonetta just buzzed out some flippy shit on Koyos.
Yeah, but Koyos is about to... No. Koyos was about to bust some flippy shit of his own, but of course, he is a druid. So, you know, movement into that, and Braynet is out of the ring. Explosions are going off.
And Isabel tying up with Yoshi. Gets tagged back in. And Tactical Raptor kicks another Elizabeth Berkley. Ooh, and a big knee from Isabel into another Elizabeth Berkley. I don't know how I feel knowing that Isabel has the Elizabeth Berkley. I'm going to be honest with you.
You see, because that would mean... Now, the important thing is that has Isabel at least seen the other movies in Paul Verhoeven's filmography?
I mean, I feel like on the one hand, and Doom Guy could realistically have shown her Starship Troopers.
Okay.
But on the other hand, given Doom Guy's ancestry, that also might be a little too close to home for him. And a big dropkick from Isabel.
Fair enough. Though I think we can both agree that Doom Guy would at least recognize it as satire.
Oh no, he 100% knows it's satire.
Okay.
Really
Isabel's
good
got some time
satire that for some reason nobody actually understands it's satire.
Master Chief, however, takes it at face value. Then again, he did fight the Flood. And technically we can't have Master Chief in the league. But that was just Red Link, and Red Link's a champion. So, hey, we're back to square one again.
Yeah,
anyway, we've got...
Sorry, go ahead.
Katana going to the lizard people in their corner and just slugging the hell out of Yoshi. No, I'm sorry, that's Koyos, yes.
And Koyos able to reverse. And to think, there has not been an elimination yet.
Yeah, this is going to be quite, that's why the trios are the crown jewel of hardcore nerdcore wrestling.
And Tactical Raptor went into the landmines again, and so did Isabel. But Tactical Raptor misses Isabel and heads into the landmines himself. And Bayonetta busting out the flippy witchy shit. Oh, but Koyos with the big discus elbow. Tags Tactical Raptor back in. Only a 1 count.
You know, the thing with these trios matches is that under elimination rules, they tend to precipitate a lot. So it's almost like the time doesn't matter because, listen, when you're going in for a pin, you have fewer people to come to your aid.
Bayonetta and Isabel targeting the legs into a figure 4 leg lock. The Tactical Raptor able to kick out. And just Isabel dropping in both Tactical Raptor and Yoshi.
Ooh, that was a close one from Tactical Raptor. Numbers are key here.
Again, Isabel has been putting in the work tonight. But Yoshi, he counters. Yoshi's calling for it. And a big splash.
Oh, that was a close one. We could have seen Isabel come out early.
And a double drop kick on Bayonetta, but Yoshi's down.
I don't know what happened.
I think the sheer size Isabel's gargantuan brain, and as I'm saying that, it gets caught in a pile driver. Bayonetta able to break it up, though. And an assisted powerbomb onto Bayonetta.
Okay, it looks like Kitana is now the legal man, or legal woman.
And again, Yoshi getting the business from Isabel. Has to tag in Koyos. Whiffs, and Kitana eats a double clothesline.
Oh, right on the back of the neck.
In the middle of the ring. But they were able to break it up. Tactical Raptor able to counter. Koyos calling for it. Up. But Kitana finds her second wind.
This is strength versus skill here. Because, you know, you got Yoshi, who's a big body. You got Koyos, big body. Tactical Raptor, not so much. But then you have Isabel, Kitana, and Bayonetta. Bayonetta able to go into Witch Time. Kitana, years of experience in the Mortal Kombat tournament.
And Isabel, years of being a slave to a capitalist regime by a turtle.
A turtle?
Oh, wait, no, that was... He retired, never mind.
Also, Tortimer was the mayor. He wasn't like a businessman like Tom Nook. Ooh. A Hurricane Rana from Isabel.
Eats an elbow to the back. And a big suplex. But able to reach the rope and break out. And ties Tactical Raptor up into a figure 4.
Tactical Raptor's making his way toward the edge, but thankfully he's able to get up.
Again, ties him up into another figure 4. And Tactical Raptor has no choice but to tap.
There are dog noises.
Did Isabel really fucking howl?
I think so,
He's
yes.
howling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad I determined how to put noise on now.
You know what? You learn something new every day. Going after the knees of Yoshi now. Ties Yoshi up. But Yoshi able to break out. Up. Suplexes Kitana. But Isabel able to capitalize. Ties Yoshi up into another figure 4.
That was a close one.
Wait, well, for Isabel, would what sounds better / less? The figure 401k or the figure all fours?
The figure 4 seasons.
There we go. Koyos tosses Kitana into the barbed wire. Smashes into Kitana.
I'm not sure that we're going to lose that much with Tactical Raptor out of the picture. Because, again, a lot of the strength seems to come from Koyos and Yoshi.
Again, two very big bodies. Kitana tying up. And goes in for a grounded pound on Koyos. And did Koyos tap?
I think so.
Yep.
So
No, it's...
all up to Yoshi. Who eats a super kick from Kitana. Bayonetta gets tagged in. But gets tossed into a C4. Oh,
Yoshi misses,
Yoshi
but...
misses.
Oh, and the future Femme Fatales. Turn it
Wow.
over.
Able to capitalize on a big mistake from Yoshi. But wow, what a showing from the future Femme Fatales. Like Isabel especially. Like I don't know what the Animal Crossing mayor has had her do, but it worked.
It worked like a charm. I mean, listen, I thought we were going to have all retenders across the board, but it seems like now that's in danger. So, coming up next or in the future, we're going to take a break and then we're probably going to run another bullshit match because we still got like 50 minutes left. We're only been on live for an hour and 10 minutes. But, you know, I think Thrash Panda's championship is in danger now. It's not as secure as we thought it would be.
Yeah, and these were situations where you know, the champions were dealing with either one-on-one or one team on one team. Thrash Panda is gonna have to be dealing with two people at once, and he doesn't even have to lose his championship.
Yeah. So you know, we're gonna see a lot of drama in play, maybe too much drama for now, but right now we're gonna take a quick commercial break, which means that I'm gonna show off these shoes. These shoes rock. These shoes rock. Shoes. Coming to you tomorrow at shop.rhythmbastard.rocks. There's gonna be
still. Let me see them better.
You want to see them better? They also conveniently landed right close by me. So you got that. Oh yeah. Got the
Damn.
Yeah, you got the Rhythm Bastard, designed by our ref UB. I just put it into the file, but we got the typical kick drum, Rhythm Bastard kick drums. You got, you know, the little red bindings over here.
The red on the shoes may or may not be fork blood. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it may or may not be fork blood. And then we got these little designs here, courtesy of the fine people at Bucket Feet. It was like, we saw their custom shoes and like their van, and they're like styled after slip-on Vans. So I'm like, okay, these have to be something. So also on the docket is the Rhythm Bastard duffel bag. I just got this in today. Or no, I got it in yesterday. Coming a different weekend. And one last thing I want to show off. Hold on. Oh, fuck. And of course, a new coming soon to shop.rhythmbastard.rocks, a hardcore nerdcore punk rock cover shirt. The art is by Hell Breakfast, and as you can see, it's got me as a dragon, and Thrash Panda is also on there. And yeah, and it's the cover to my upcoming Greatest Hits Road Mix Songs That Are Really Cool album, Hardcore Nerdcore Punk Rock, which will hopefully I can have it done in time by Anime EY. I've been putting in a lot of work on that in this past week. So that's gonna,
yeah, brother.
Exactly. So I'm gonna leave some commercial music going, and we're gonna take our pee breaks and get drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
So after that, our next match is going to be, again, because we have the time, is the hold on, I forgot the full name I had for it. I'm gonna set it up then do it. Let's see what we got here. The Eric's 3KB, the 3KB Eric's 3KB canonization all out brawl out, and it's basically all the characters that were in the thing already that I played in 3000 Brigade shows, and the winner gets to be a proper participant in the thing. So that's going to be fun to watch. It's also going to kill some time, which is important.
Fair. Also fair.
Yes. All right, and we'll catch you in a little bit. There we go.
Break time.
Break time.
Bye-bye.
Ah. Sorry about that. Just getting the coffee ready. Ugh. Let me check. So many forkings.
I forgot I was muted.
Yeah. All right. And I think with that, I probably should set up the match, actually, which is why I'm switching to this view so I can go to, you know, the match and go to return to menu. Let's go to, okay. Hold on, let's go to Battle Royal. Normal. Okay, there's that.
So yeah, what a night of grapple fighting, huh, guys?
Oh yeah, it has been ridiculously over the top, and I you know, I've been having a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Just some thoughts as we're, just reflecting on this while we're looking at the what's the word I'm looking for? Just sort of looking back at everything we've seen so far. We finally got to see the highly anticipated matchup between Jean Week and Waluigi, and finally answer the question of can Jean Week beat Waluigi at his own game, or does Waluigi have what it takes? And lo and behold, here we go. And surprisingly, Waluigi, of all the championships, the undercard champion, showing off his just continued dominance.
Yeah, you know what? That's the thing. You can't exactly rule anybody out because that's just how crazy this thing is. That's what I love, is that sometimes, like, you know what? It's bullshit. Bullshit happens all the time. I'm gonna pick some fun outfits here. There we go. Okay.
Then with the then you got the tag team match between the Midnights and the RPG Pals Club band, where it was back and forth, and then it was just Midnight Love's just constant tenacity, and Knights busting out just that.
Oh yeah, of course. You know what, Knights is a crazy, wild and crazy guy.
Yeah. But again, it just shows you just like the lengths it takes for champions to have to retain. Just showing off just like the level and the strength and the abilities of just the competitors that we have here.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be crazy. Okay, so now I have the match all set up. This is the 3KB characters I've played in a 3000 Brigade match, official canonization thingy. I don't know how this is going to work, but hopefully it works. So we have Chris Redfield, Johnny Cage, Male Wii Fit Trainer, Zangief, and Green Link.
Green Link?
Yes, in the 3KB Live. I put zero effort into my costume because I was so worried about everything else, and I did not like the way I looked that time.
Aww.
AJ was there, he knows. All right, so yeah. So, gentlemen, who are you calling this match?
You know what?
Wii trainer.
I gotta give it to my man, Jonathan Cage.
Jonathan Cage. Oh.
I mean, you don't unironically tattoo your entire name on your chest and without having the ability to back that shit up.
Yeah, it's almost like it demands it. You're like saying, please pick on me. I fucking dare you.
Yeah, and a big lariat from Zangief. It's smart of Zangief to be tying up with Wii Trainer right now. Because Zangief has experience fighting other characters familiar with the art of yoga, but We Fit Trainer trying to show Zangief something new. And Johnny Cage goes into the exploding barbed wire.
Yeah, that's nothing for Johnny Cage. He's been fatality before and came back from it. We're good.
We've got Chris Redfield. And again, Chris Redfield, he has a pretty good chance too. I mean, we're talking about a man who body blowed a boulder to soften it up. Just, it takes a lot out of just strength to be able to make an inanimate object feel a weakness like that.
Yeah.
Link just hammering away at Male Weak.
Oh, that's a close one.
Only near fall.
Listen, Wii Fit Trainer knows the importance of regular exercise. He knows what it's like, how, to go to the gym every day to keep up with your training.
Mm-hmm. And Chris Redfield gets spiked, but kicks Zangief in the dick.
Wii Fit Trainer using all those yoga poses to, translate them into submission holds.
Again, and a stunner from Zangief.
Like, you have Zangief, who is just completely owning the real estate in the ring.
Again, it's just his element, his bread and butter, and Greenling going in for the taunt, but still nothing. Tosses Zangief into the C4, but feels nothing. And Greenling gets tossed into the C4 on the outside.
Now, this isn't an over-the-top rope battle royale. It is a proper elimination. But we also have landmines anywhere to keep it from being boring, so...
And Greenlink has a chair! And a big knee from Johnny Cage.
Out all the weapons. He pulled out the bat, now the chair.
Oh, no.
You know what? If he has the hook shot, I think everyone is doomed. Even us.
If Greenlink manages to win this, can Hardcore, Nerdcore, or Wrestling survive a third weapon specialist?
You know what? That's a question for another time.
And just peppering Zangief with the blows, but Wii Fit Trainer goes in for the pin. But Zangief kicks out.
No, and it seems like nobody's really being ganged up on.
Wii Fit Trainer's been busted open somehow. And Johnny Cage gets tossed out into the landmines.
I think it is an over-the-top rope, and it's down between Wii Fit Trainer and Zangief, the two people I played in the first show.
And now Wii Fit Trainer with the baseball bat. Zangief able to... Again, Wii Fit Trainer has his work cut out for him, because Zangief is familiar with the art of professional wrestling. He's been in his fair share of battle royales. But Zangief not able to tap.
He is the pride of Mother Russia.
And Wii Fit Trainer, the pride of...
Woo! Male Wii Fit Trainer.
Wow.
And
Zangief not able to get the job done.
And with this, Male Wii Fit Trainer is now officially canon in Hardcore Nerdcore Wrestling. He is the only one I am allowing in there, at least for the time being. Let me just screw around with some stuff while you guys hype up the next match.
Of all of the characters that could have won this, I honestly never would have expected that it was the Simon Dean analog that ends up taking this.
Simon Dean?
Shoutouts to those of you who know who the fuck I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about there.
But congratulations to Wii Fit Trainer. Love to see what he has in store for us next one. But now, we're here to get ready and prepared for our main event.
Main event, the Hardcore Nerdcore Championship Wrestling Belt. We have Thrash Panda. We have Would You Rather Bot and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oof. Again, who's gonna take this one? Again, I'm still maintaining my pick with Thrash Panda. Again, each competitor I've outlined before have had their own like big strengths that they can take into this. But Thrash Panda is coming into this as the more overall competitor. You know, he has an explosive offense. He has durability. You know, a durability that I don't think Sonic's going to be able to break through. And explosive offense, I don't think Would You Rather Bot will be able to defend against. You know, but again, it all depends on which Would You Rather Bot we're going to be seeing. You know. And again, Sonic just needs to stay focused. He needs to, you know, stick to his game plan. He can't let any recent victories get to his head right now, because that is the quickest way he is going to lose this match.
Of course.
But like with anything involving Sonic, speed is the key. He's going to want to end this as soon as possible, preferably in a way that isolates Thrash Panda from Would You Rather Bot.
Right. Now, I think we need to bring out the whiteboard for this one. I don't have a lot of space on my whiteboard, but, you know, not a lot of room left. So let me just, hold on. I did a couple of these, so hold on. Actually, let me just write that down there. Hold on. Okay. All right, so like, just imagine this corner, right? So you got Thrash Panda, who is, oh god, this is not going to work. I'm feeling it already. Right, you got Thrash Panda, who is probably going to take, you know, this is the champ is here, you can all go home. Unfortunately, so Red Link is the new 3KB champion. We have the Future Femme Fatale, the new Trios champion. Male Wii Fit Trainer is the only one of my 3KB characters that is going to be allowed in competition. Waluigi kept the undercard belt, and the tag team of Midnight Love and Knights retained their tag team belt. Okay, so now that I got it, I can see it a little better. So you got Thrash. Hold on. So let's just draw some ears for Thrash Panda, right? You got Thrash Panda. Okay. He's got these big ears, right? You got. You know, you got Would You Rather Bot standing very tall, very rigid physique. Now, the thing is, can Thrash Panda's ears, right, which he can use to hear everything, stand up to the rigid bodywork of Would You Rather Bot? So, but also, now this is a triple threat match, so now consider Sonic the Hedgehog, who likes to favor those rolls. You know, this down here represents the rolls, and of course he's, you know, on 2 feet. So you have this very strong strategy from Sonic the Hedgehog, who might be able to just roll his way to victory. He's the only one here who's been on a winning streak, and Thrash Panda's only previous competition is Retro Man, who is now banned from the league forever. So, you know, can that like hot-blooded passion run through him and run through Would You Rather Bot and run through Sonic the Hedgehog in order to score the victory? I don't know.
I think at the end of the day, what can easily be said is that all of these competitors have some very stiff competition.
It's very stiff competition. And this is a proper triple threat. No eliminations.
Also, I didn't realize it looks like my camera's turned off, but I'm pretty sure it's on.
No, well, you still have it as off. All right. Okay. So does anybody want to do some of their bits? Does anybody have any whiteboard bits they want to do?
Hang on 1 second. We do have somebody in the chat who doesn't realize he's lost his championship to Red Link, is now the champ.
Well,
oh no, he lost his championship to Peach.
Oh yeah,
who then lost it to Red Link.
He doesn't know that Red Link's the new champion.
Yeah. So we have someone in chat?
Would you like some words? Maybe you would like to challenge Red Link. I know he's lurking around somewhere.
Yeah, they're all, Ernie, your camera is, okay, there we go. We got proper camera. Yeah, okay. Cameras are working again. Good.
Thanks, Sombra!
Oh, we might see Sombra in proper competition then soon.
No, look, I said what I said. And Commission gave the green light. I want my fucking laptop screen.
Right, of course, because that's how we handle things. It's kind of like League of Heels, only less dumb, but even less budget. And I am very surprised that we managed both of those things. So, you know what? I'm patting myself on the back for that one.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so y'all can thank Sombra for why I'm on basically struggle cam right now. But like I said, just stick around till the end of April. Oh, it's gonna be fucking something.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be a good match. Have you been practicing?
You know what? RB, I don't want to divulge too much because you don't know who's gonna be listening. But all I will say is she should be worried. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, and of course, now we have to get around to it. And I'm typing everything in, so I say everything very dramatically. It is the Hardcore Nerdcore Championship match between our champion, Thrash Panda, defending it in a triple threat against... Triple threat, I can't type very fast. Versus Would You Rather Bot. And I typed in would wrong. Rather Bot and Sonic the Hedgehog. So
oh boy.
Yeah, all right. I'm just gonna make sure that we get a settings. Let's see. We got to do intros, right? No, it should be intros. We don't have intros. Damn it! All right. Well, they're gonna start at the same time. So, hey, let's get this train wreck rolling, baby.
Let's do this.
Oh yes. Okay. The sounds are working. Yes.
Gentlemen, goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
And Would You Rather Bot making his way to the ring now. And our champion, Thrash Panda. Coming soon to Hardcore Nerdcore Punk Rock. And now available for purchase at rhythmbastard.bandcamp.com. All right, and our match is underway.
Thrash Panda trying to tie up, but and a big leg drop from Sonic, who goes in for the roll up. This is the same submission move that he got Would You Rather Bot with in their match. Sonic and Thrash Panda squaring up.
Oh, Sonic kicking away.
Just putting boots to head onto Would You Rather Bot.
Ooh,
oh.
Thrash Panda tries for a suplex, but is interrupted by Sonic the Hedgehog.
Again, Sonic the Hedgehog playing a smart game, knowing that Thrash Panda's highly grapple-centric fighting style will enable to capitalize on that.
Ooh. All right, and you know what? And the thing is that it's very easy in a triple threat match to get distracted, right? Because you know what? Sometimes you can just let your opponent damage the other, as long as you're the one who delivers that pinfall. Then that puts you in Suplex City, baby.
And Sonic with a homing attack, but a big shot from Would You Rather Bot. Big elbow to the back. Would you rather bot?
And a
big
suplex.
suplex onto Sonic.
Yeah, listen, Sonic is good, but Sonic is going to bring out all the big moves toward the end of the game. You know, because that's when that's when he's at his most homing attack, and as you can tell, he's already started.
And a belly to belly onto Would You Rather bot, but a kick to the dick from Sonic. Counters out of Thrash Pan and a suplex.
Ooh, that's an errant one. You've been doing a good job. Unlikely they'll get forked this match. However, this is the Hardcore Nerdcore Wrestling Championship. This is Hardcore Nerdcore Championship Wrestling. So, you know what? Chances are it's going to happen either way.
And a big kick from Sonic. Exchanging blows with Thrash Panda. But Sonic getting the better of it.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of thwaps going on here. Would You Rather bot not looking so strong, and considering it is an unstoppable robot meant to ask nonsensical would you rather questions, he seems to be doing the worst out of all of them. But
again,
hey, listen.
like I said, Would You Rather bot was coming in as the heavy underdog in this. But again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how well you start a match. What matters is how it ends.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind that this is not taking place on the proper... there's so much blood that spilled during the last match we had to swap out the mat. And it's certainly not me being an idiot and forgetting to make sure all the options were checked off properly.
And Would You Rather bot double teaming Thrash Panda with Sonic?
But of course, the drama comes down to who's going to get that sweet, sweet pinfall.
Okay. Now Would You Rather bot and Sonic squaring up. Big knee from Would You Rather bot. You gotta imagine Would You Rather bot wanting some redemption, because again, in between, he's lost to both competitors, so he's going to be wanting to prove himself. And Thrash Panda eating a knee and boots from Would You Rather bot and Sonic. But Thrash Panda able to hit Would You Rather bot with a big suplex.
See, Would You Rather bot is being smart. He's letting them fight, get them all tired. He's nice and fresh, and he'll capitalize.
Thrash Panda gets that suplex off, but it's leaving him a little out of it. And he picks up Would You Rather bot.
Oh.
Both our challengers are wailing on the champion.
And now tying up. Sonic putting in boots to both Would You Rather bot out of Thrash Panda.
Damn it, RB, don't put it out there. I don't need that bad juju or the workman's comp. I will not receive. Like most wrestling leagues, this works under a 1099.
Again. Oh.
Nope.
Would You Rather bot breaks it up. Thrash Panda taking a lot of punishment in this match. Oh, but he's calling for it. And a release German onto Sonic.
Oof. But he can't capitalize, and now Sonic takes the opportunity to put him in a camel clutch.
But Thrash Panda getting a second wind. And just tossing these guys like they're trash.
You know, it's going to be the night of a million suplexes tonight here on Hardcore Nerdcore Wrestling.
But again, Sonic just so fast, able to just respond.
Holy shit! Web Jebster just rated with 29 viewers. We'll have our own wrestling game with blackjack and rhythm bastard music. Yes, we will. We have our own wrestling league, and you're all checking in to see the championship match. On the one hand, it's the last night of the match, but on the other hand, it's the best night of the match. We have Thrash Panda facing off against Would You Rather Bot, facing off against Sonic the Hedgehog, a triple threat for the Hardcore Nerdcore Wrestling Championship.
Sonic goes for the pin.
No! That was a
Thrash
close
Panda
one.
Kicks out. But notice, Would You Rather Bot didn't try to break it up. Big shot to the gut.
What is happening? Good wrestling is happening. Is that what it is?
And again, Sonic laying out the homing attacks right now. He's getting his momentum. That's when Sonic's at his most dangerous.
Yeah, Thrash Panda just bringing him a little bit.
And again, Sonic whiffing, unable to answer to lateral movements.
Yeah.
Ooh, big kick from Would You Rather Bot.
Yeah. You know, they both seem to be wailing on Thrash Panda, but eventually, like, one of them has to get the pin. Thank you, Wef Jebser, for the raid. Wef is a good friend of mine. He does a lot of randomizers for Final Fantasy games, Super Mario RPG. Yes, he was like, you can randomize pretty much everything.
Panda, everyone's back up. And again, Sonic putting boots to both the champion and Would You Rather Bot.
Yeah, anyways, in turn, yes, Blackjack liked the card game because, yeah, Sonic is demolishing everyone, and which really, you wouldn't expect it to. But Thrash Panda is still hanging in there, delivering the suplexes. The problem is that he needs to be standing on his feet. That rope break saved him. Thrash Panda cannot afford to get as in as he has been.
Again, while I mentioned how Thrash Panda's own durability is very underrated, it isn't to the level of Would You Rather Bot's armor, though.
Oh, Thrash Panda getting a little bit of energy from that follow. Better with Joe's. Thank you for the follow.
Okay, and
Sonic is not
Sonic,
out. Sonic has brought a kendo stick to the match.
And tosses Thrash Panda out of the ring.
Nope, yeah, that looks more like a pool cue. No, it's a kendo stick. It's got the taped up part at the bottom. Yeah. And of course, if you're a subscriber, Thrash Panda is like the basic, is the tier 1 sub emote. So you can throw some Thrash Pandas in the chat if you want to cheer for Thrash Panda. Yeah, we got some Thrash Pandas in chat.
Yeah. Again, Thrash Panda taking a big slug from Would You Rather Bot. He's just peppering Sonic right now. But Thrash Panda's calling for it.
No!
But Would You Rather Bot there to intercept.
All right. Oh, Thrash Panda's out of the ring.
And now so is Sonic. Thrash Panda tossed back into the ring. Sonic whiffs it. Oh, but Thrash
oh my God!
Panda
Like 2 hits.
Oh, and now Would You Rather Bot?
Floor just subscribed. Floor throwing those Thrash Pandas in chat. Yubi throwing those Thrash Pandas in chat. Clearly, Thrash Panda is the people's champion. And 4 oys to Oi. 4 oys to Floor. 4 floors to Floor. And of course, you can be a participant in this. For $1 patrons, you can suggest a fighter from any of the bullshit I've been involved with. And for $5 patrons, you get to actually create a wrestler to fight in this match.
Mm-hmm. You know, with known members including Preacher Man, and of course, one half of our tag team champions, Midnight Love.
Oh, we get 1, 2,
driver.
3!
And Thrash Panda takes it!
Thrash Panda retains the belt! I am mildly embarrassed, but still, that was...
But also, Eric, RB, buddy, you couldn't write this any better. The subscriptions coming in, the Thrash Pandas in the chat. Again, the people's champion after all.
Yeah. Wow. That was a hell of a match.
What a showing.
The Tiger Driver. And with the Tiger Driver, probably the best move in wrestling because Tiger Mask W fucking owns Bones.
It is so fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
Also because Thrash Panda's doing it, it's called the Thrasher Driver.
No, it'd be the Raccoon Driver.
Okay, fair enough. The Raccoon Driver.
Yeah, exactly. The People's Champion indeed. I don't think we could have played that out any better.
No, not at all.
Wow. Oh my God. AJ, your thoughts?
Would you rather bot got robbed? He's been robbed on this whole thing.
Listen, I mean, what you know? Would you rather bot? Listen, this was all part of Would You Rather Bot's rematch clause. He lost to Sonic. He could have been a one-on-one match, but I think we see a rivalry in the works now.
Sonic needs to go down first.
Yeah, Sonic needs to go down. Well, Sonic is part of the trios, the conspiracy theorists, along with Tails and Ron DeSantis. I am just spouting out random garbage for, our new viewers here. We have 23 people in chat right now because Wef was kind enough to rate us in the middle of the hypest finale.
What an inaugural pay-per-view for Hardcore Nerdcore Wrestling.
Of course, March Sadness. I'm feeling pretty good. This is March Gladness.
You know what? New name. It's gonna be called March Gladness from now. No, it's not. March Sadness is still the better name.
Yeah. And to think, it was like, and the whole sad branding was because I got discarded from a project. But we're gonna talk about like just this wild night we had. Like everything happened to work out so well. So first match. Waluigi versus Jean Week for the undercard, the Hardcore Nerdcore undercard belt.
It was the matchup the fans have wanted for the longest time since the undercard our belt tournament first was put together.
And it was Waluigi versus Male Bowser in the finals, so we were robbed of that.
But it was a rob. Yeah.
He was wobbed.
He was whammed.
Whammed. Yeah.
And I don't think this is the last we're going to see of those two. To what capacity, I don't know. But I think those two are going to be seeing each other pretty soon.
All right. And after that, the Tag Team Championship match, Midnight Love and Nights versus the RPG Pals Club band Oi Navinia. I mean, Midnight was clearly just blitzed out of their mind on cocaine to have that kind of energy to take it home and retain their championships.
Yeah, just that man just Knights straight up pulling out the fucking Studio 54 Skyline. I don't know. We're still working on a name.
It's the third date. It's the third. No, like Oscar told me that Midnight Love's finishing move is the third date because everybody goes down on the third date. Yeah. Then we had the 3000 Brigade Championship. Peach versus Red Link. Red Link, our new champion. And I didn't see that coming.
And to think we were also treated thanks to AJ and the exclusive just post match interview with our new champion Red Link. Clearly celebrating, clearly very very happy and stuff. Kind of ran through just what was going on in his mind as the match was going on.
Yeah, you know what? Red Link seems like a nice babyface champion, and we need some of those around. All right, afterwards, the future Femme Fatales versus the Lizard People for the Illuminachos Trios, and the future Femme Fatales took it home.
What a performance from Isabel.
Yeah, Isabel is the girl boss that technically we all make fun of, but you know what? No, sometimes girl bosses make it happen.
Yep. Yes. She gaslit, she gay kept,
she girl bossed.
Championship.
Wait, we may have a special guest too. Isabel might join us next week.
Oh.
Just to keep that in there, everybody in chat.
Ooh,
So-
okay.
Ooh.
She's
All right.
out celebrating right now, having dinner, but we might have that exclusive next week. So
Of course,
we'll keep
of
you
course.
informed, chat. Keep it in there.
Yeah, keep it
Okay.
informed. All right. And we had the people Eric played in the 3000 Brigade show, All Out, Brawl Out, winner gets to be in the Federation. Zangief, Chris Redfield, Johnny Cage, Green Link, Male Wii Fit Trainer. Male Wii Fit Trainer took it home. I gotta say,
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
That, you know what? It's definitely unexpected, and it's definitely cool to see for sure.
Yeah.
You know, he's good. Male Wii Fit Trainer is going to be coming in here, you know, bringing a lot more of a strength and conditioning based style. You know, he's very mindful of his diet, very mindful of his regimen. You know, someone who's very focused, very disciplined.
And last but not least, we just saw the Thrash Panda take home the championship. It's been a wild night. I want to thank. Yeah, it's been a wild night, and I want to thank all of you for stopping by. You know what? For all the new viewers here, we're going to do a couple dark matches, but for the time being, for all you regular viewers, this is the end of the episode.
Yep.
Okay, that's the place to cut.